Math, my miracle. I will call them my miracle.
Every dream begins with a seed. But for some, the ground is hard and the rain is rare.
It was difficult surviving through school. You know, you have your peers that are feeding well, and then you are there, you're not feeding well, and then you have school fees challenges majorly, and then magically, math stepped in. It was a very beautiful journey because they came in. I think we were the first set of people that benefited from the scholarship, so it was just very timely. And this happened just a year after I lost my dad. I was really frustrated. In fact, I remember that I dropped a letter for deferment in medical school because I wanted to just go out and also say I could, put myself together financially. And then math just came in. It came in miraculously. Then I think that was the start of a new life. Pursuit of medicine came with a lot of challenges, obviously. Then when I entered the College of Medicine, University of Lagos, I entered the 1 year in the University of Lagos, 2014. 2015 was the year I crossed over into the College of Medicine. And it was, I would say it was a smooth ride because then there was the motivation of where you're studying medicine. My both parents were still alive. Financially, everything was going on fine until the year that followed when I lost my dad. And that was the beginning of, the real life challenge. Because then, as much as medicine requires a lot of energy and inspiration, if there is no push, when I'm saying push, I'm talking about financial and moral support, it becomes a lot challenging. And that was the beginning of my challenge, really. Finances, basically.
At the Moses Adekoijo Majekodomi Foundation, we're helping dreams grow one child, one skill, one life at a time.
What inspired my dream to study medicine and surgery is when I came to LUTH, that's College of Medicine, in 2019. I attended a surgery, a pterygium surgery, where my mom was operated on her eyes. Personally, I never believed that it was going to be possible for her eyes to be operated on and she would be able to see again. But then I was there during the surgery for almost 9 hours, outside waiting with my dad. The surgery was concluded and she came out of the surgery room. We took her home with her 2 eyes closed. I still never believed it was going to be possible for her to see again. And after 4 weeks, she was able to use her eyes again. And then that really inspired me. I wanted to be part of the few people that will be able to help people have their lives back. I wanted to be part of the few people that will be able to save lives.
So as a child, I was in the hospital a lot. Growing up, I had this early onset sickness. So it was always so fascinating going to the hospital and then the doctor would just figure out what is wrong with me and give me one drug, and within 2 days I'm fine. So I was always inspired, and it always fascinated me that how do you just know what is wrong with a person just by hearing what the person has to say and by running a few tests. That's what inspired me to do medicine. And then when I got to know about dentistry, about all the areas of dentistry, all the specialization of dentistry, it was much more fascinating. So that's why I chose to study dentistry.
In SS2, I was the health prefect of my school. So as the health prefect, people will come to you, maybe when they're having headache, when they're having stomach ache, and with my little knowledge, then I have to give them paracetamol, ask them, what have you eaten? Are you fine? Is anything wrong with you? And I was just enjoying myself. So after secondary school, I just knew that this is my life. This is what I want to do.
Meet the future of Nigerian healthcare young and brilliant medical students, fully supported through their journey by MMF.
So even when it was not coming forth, like things were happening that was not making the dream to look like as if it's going to be achievable, I kept on striving because I knew this was just me. I want to take care of people. I want to see people get well.
These are not just students. They are scholars, healers in training, carriers of our hope.
It was crazy because I lost my dad in 2018. So it was just my mom and 4 children. I was the firstborn. So you can see the picture. I had to make sacrifices and do other things. That was my major challenge.
In my Unilag, when I was in year 1, all my classmates know I was the serial entrepreneur. I sell all sorts, like business deals, accommodation, illegal accommodation like private hostels. I sell a lot of things, go to market during the weekend for people just to make sure that I was feeding. So I was struggling like to combine reading and having to like look for money, do business. Yes, I was still running business because in year 2 I was running a POS business. I was selling student mattress. I was still doing a bit of accommodation. So it was really a lot of juggling here, there and there, just trying to like make sure my finances was fine with the demand of things I need money for in Medilag. But I was struggling academically because I don't go to class early. Sometimes I have to go to the bank first in the morning before I have to go to class, then attend my lectures. I will miss lectures, then I have to come back at night after the whole day hustling to sit down and read anatomy, physiology and biochemistry. It was a lot. I was struggling financially. I was struggling emotionally. Most times when I go for NEC, I just cry like, God, please, can you ease this burden? I want to be a normal student. I want to just go to class, read and be fun like every other kid.
In 2020, during COVID, my daddy lost his job. He lost his 9-to-5 job. So as at that time, it was still manageable. I was still coping because I was the only one in the university as at then. I was still coping, support from extended family members and all. But when my sister gained admission to study in FUNAB, it became a totally different ball game. The pressure was doubled. There was nowhere to run to.
Before you write examination in this school, there's a deadline for school fees payment. So what some of students actually do is that we do have payments, then we complete the remaining half before the examination. So there were some times that the half will be pending and the examination deadline will be coming. So it gives me this emotional worry, imbalance, and it affects the way you carry your academics along.
Today, many of them wear white coat with pride, serving in hospitals, saving lives.
So the scholarship in its sense informed my decision greatly on how to interact with people, and it has given me this sense of humility that an opportunity has been given to me and I need to extend that touch to people. So even in my interactions with people, I try to act in my own very little way.
The scholarship made life a lot easy for me. They paid for my school fees, took care of accommodation fees, and also bought textbooks and all the other things we needed for our clinical activities. Because I got the scholarship when I was about to enter my clinical years.
I remember that day, it was after anatomy exam. So immediately after anatomy exam that day, as we came out, I was just like, oh, we're done with our first paper, professional exam in College of Medicine, University of Lagos. And I decided to check my phone that, okay, let me know I will prepare myself for the next paper. Immediately I checked the phone, I just saw the text message that, St. Nicholas, as you have been awarded the scholarship, you have to come so dates to come and claim the scholarship. I called, in fact, I was on the road. I remember, I was on this walk, I was on Lutz walkway that day. I screamed. I remember I screamed out. In fact, that day I was the most joyous woman being on earth. It was like after the anatomy exam stress, a good news came. So it was really a great news for me.
What began as a scholarship has become a legacy of care.
There was this beautiful thing about math, the follow-up. The follow-up was top-notch because every single phase of your life, for every new challenge, there is this follow-up. I remember during COVID too, they sent in some funds. I mean, we were not even in school, but some funds still came in during COVID. I was shocked really. And then, it's the fact that it's an all-encompassing scholarship. It covered both academics and also covered our own personal lives. So it was a very, very wonderful scholarship.
MAF has been a family. I mean, apart from the finances, we write quarterly reports, we have quarterly meetings. They're always checking up. How are you doing? What do you need? Are you facing any challenge? There was one time that I sent a report and I complained about something that I was going through in school at the time in 300 level. And I was really, really surprised that I got a response, I got a reply, and in the reply they were giving me advice on how to go about what I complained about. It really, really gave me some form of succor that yes, apart from my parents, apart from my family, I have people that are truly, truly looking out for me. I have people that are truly, truly supporting me. Even during the strike, when we had this short strike in April, they were always checking up on us. How are you guys doing? Do you guys need anything? What's the school saying? What's the management saying? They've really been a huge support system for me, especially in this medical school where you tend to be very overwhelmed with a lot of things.
you would know that they are committed to helping people around. And there is no way people like that interact with you and touch you so much that you won't have the zeal to want to touch back in your society, even though you don't have all the resources, but the very little you can.
When I was in year 1, I was jack of all trades. Currently, I'm not really doing any business per se, like I'm not, because I feel like the scholarship is enough for me, my accommodation, my feeding, my school fees, even my textbooks, like even my normal school material, everything has been taken care of. So why am I stressing myself? It makes me feel like a student, like that I've always wished to be. Last year, when we sent our list of materials, it was, I think, 300 and something. When I wanted to send it, I was scared, like, I hope they will not feel I want to extort them, like, because I'm not used to asking anybody this much amount of money, and I'm not sure anybody will give it to me. And I was like, but I like, all these things are lists of things that we have to buy, and if we don't buy them, we cannot even attend some classes. And I remember that day we sent the list, we didn't hear anything. Then on a random day, just walking through the street of Roots, I just saw the alerts. I think 307 or 30 something, like over 300K. I don't know. I actually busted into cry on the road. And when I got to the state, I told my roommate, I was like, so somebody can send me 300. It's not even my school fees. Like, even now, I'm even emotional. It's not even my school fees. Like, just buy this, buy your stethoscope, pay for your jaws. And the money was cleared.
One day I went to loot. This was even recently. And then I saw someone was talking about map, and I was like, so I saw something somewhere, sorry. I saw like a box somewhere, someone was talking about, and then it was this map. Like, they are here. They are not stopping. They just want to keep impacting. So if I call my mother and tell her now that, oh, they came around, she will be very shocked. And it's what she already knows. She knows that these people have been an integral part of my growth in medicine. So there is no way I would have been a doctor, let me put it that way, without them. There is no way. So my family and myself, we are deeply grateful to them. They literally are the reason, like, they are literally the reason. Because I'm sure I would have given up. That 1 year deferment that I wanted to take then in medicine, I don't even think I would have seen any energy to have come back, because it would have been too overwhelming. And maybe life, I would just probably focus on my younger ones and say, let them even become responsible, not myself out. But they really gave me a meaning to life. I'm forever grateful to them. My family too.
I used to be part of the few that used to worry about how my school fees will be paid, following the increment of school fees. When I have conversations with my parents now, the conversation is solely based on my academics. They do not have to ask me about how I feed or how I pay school fees or how I buy my books or all of that, because they know that all of that is settled. There's a foundation that pays it for me, and it makes me really comfortable in school. It makes it easy for me to read, and it gives them the chance to be able to focus on my other siblings.